Hello everyone and welcome to another Blind Angler. Today I'm joined by Ed from Edds Bait, and instead of actually being by the sea where you usually see me using Edds Bait and actually been fishing with Ed recently, Ed's invited us out to do a spot of coarse fishing, and we're at a lake in Cornwall, South Cornwall, called Trewandra. We've just met Stuart, the owner, and we're already cast out, ready to rock and roll. So what can we expect here today, Ed?
Mainly carp. Might get a tench show.
Yeah.
But it is mainly carp. There is some absolutely massive roach in here.
Yeah.
But we're not really fishing for the roach. The baits that we're using, the roach will eat them, but they are a bit big.
Got you.
So I mean, there is a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, my friend Chris was here a week ago. He had a 2-pound roach on a. Was he fishing? So I had 27mm halibut pellet.
Right, fair.
So,
so talking about pellets.
Yep.
What bait do we have today?
So we have got a range of boilies. So we go from our 15mm bottom baits.
Yeah.
Tutti fruity flavour.
Can smell them.
Which I use them as a loose feed and as a hook bait.
Right.
We also have our
When you say loose feed, do you mean catapulting it out?
catapulting it out.
Yeah.
Just to get the fish confident in feeding.
Got you.
We also have our 15mm pineapple and banana pop-ups, which is a pop-up bait which
That's what I can smell. It smells delicious. It's very sweet.
Sits about 2 inches or an inch off the lake bed.
Right, okay.
Effectively, a pop-up turns your hook weightless.
Okay. Lovely.
Then we have a manila wafter in 15mm. So these are the wafters are a bait that basically shed in the water. They shed the outside layers of the bait,
Yeah.
giving more attractant into the lake and around that little area.
Awesome.
We also have, for a snowman rig, we also have some 12mm cell pop-ups, which are the same.
Yeah.
We use them to critically balance a sinking bottom bait.
Right, okay.
So, and then we've got a mixture of 4mm, 6mm and 8mm pellet in there that I've just been spomming out and pre-baiting with them, and I've chucked a few pouches out in the catapult.
Has that been soaked as well? Because there's a lot of sweet smell coming.
There is a sweet smell.
Yeah.
So these are banoffee flavoured pellet.
Banoffee flavoured.
Just a feed pellet basically. And all that does, it's full of, it's full of everything that a carp needs.
Got you.
But it helps to draw the fish into that
Yeah.
area.
See, fishing, when I go fishing with the wife, Mrs. Blind Angler, she hates the smell of fish, but her favourite, and like the bait, but her favourite dessert is banoffee pie. And I'll tell you now, I think this is the kind of fishing that she could get into.
So we also have, we make up PVA bags.
Yeah.
These are little PVA mesh pellet bags that I've made up. I made them up yesterday. And basically you cast them out, that PVA dissolves in the water.
Yes.
And then right around your hook you're left with a nice tight little bunch of free offerings there.
Yeah. And then amongst that is
is your hook bait.
Is my hook bait, the lucky number.
So, yeah, hopefully the carp come along and they take the hook bait
And get into us. Happy days.
So,
excellent.
And this is just a particle syrup.
Right.
Tiger nut flavour. It smells absolutely horrible.
I don't want to. After smelling the banoffee pie, I think I'm good.
Yeah. So
lovely.
Basically that's the bait that we're using today.
Awesome. Awesome. We'll have a look at the rigs when we wind in and with a fish or when we bait up. So, but that's that. That's where we are. That's what we're doing today. Going to try and catch my first carp, and there's a good chance it could be a double. Plenty of doubles in there.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more doubles in here than there is single figure carp.
And they're going to give us a good fight.
Yeah.
They're going to give us a good fight.
To be fair, so I've fished this lake for 18 years now.
Okay.
And I will still say these are the best fighting carp and the best condition carp that I've ever fished for.
Fantastic. So some good carp coming out, top quality, and yeah, hopefully we'll get a few on camera.
Yeah, awesome.
Chrism my new rod.
Yeah. Possibly
with a double-figured fish.
Yeah.
So, and I think Ed was saying that the lake is about 2 acres.
Yeah, it's
in size.
2 acres, just over 2 acres.
Just over 2 acres. And we're casting up towards an island which is about 30 yards away.
Yeah.
So, yeah, lovely job. Hopefully we'll bring you back soon with a fish or two.
Yeah. Awesome.
Just going to go for the first cast out, guys.
Bang on then. Gentle lob.
Yeah.
Not
Sea fishing.
Yeah, you're not beach casting. Alright.
Yeah.
Right, there's your rod.
Cheers, buddy. Right, just straight out in front.
Yep.
Try to go a bit closer.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
Is there likely to catch trees behind?
Yeah. So you can bring a rod up above your head, and that's it.
Where are you sitting? I'm not going to catch you.
No, you're alright, mate.
About here?
Yeah.
And just do it again.
Yeah. Bang on, mate.
I'm a pro.
Like, genuinely, I couldn't have got that more accurate on the first cast. Right. So now, you sink your line. That's it. Right. And then put it on your alarm.
Right, so where's the right?
That one there.
Does that go in and then right?
Yeah.
Does that just rest on top of the line?
Yeah.
Like so?
The rod just sits in there.
Right.
Then you just lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
So what am I looking to do? So just like that. Right. Lovely. That's what you need. Awesome.
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 Actually, I'll change that. Okay, guys, so I've just had my first cast out. Ed says I've put it in the exact spot that was needed. It's on the beepers. Ed set that up, and yeah, we just look forward to our first bite and hopefully our first fish of the day. Ed's just setting up the cradle, and then I think he's going to get the kettle on.
Yeah.
So guys, Ed's just going to go through one of his rods, which is a margin rod.
Yeah.
So you fish it just down the margins. What you got there, Ed?
So basically, I've got my lead on a quick clip. So if the fish for some reason gets tethered in the weed,
Yeah.
you know, the lead just drops off.
Got you.
So you haven't got a fish swimming around with a lead tethered to it.
Yeah.
From there, we got a quick link swivel, and then off of that, a piece of 7-inch fluorocarbon. I use fluorocarbon in the margins because it disappears underwater.
Got you.
It can't be seen.
Yeah.
Then from the fluorocarbon, that's tied to a what they call a Ronnie rig swivel, which then that swivel literally just attaches to the back of the hook. So basically that hook can spin 360 degrees. So no matter which direction that carp comes in and takes that bait,
Yeah.
there's a chance that that hook's going to end up in its mouth.
Awesome. What size hook is that?
That's a size 6.
Okay. And the strength of the trace to the hook, what?
So that is 25 pound fluorocarbon. The only reason I don't necessarily need it that strong up here,
Yeah.
but I I use it that strength because it's thicker and it acts as a boom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
An anti-tangle boom, so it keeps the bait away from the lead.
Yeah.
So.
And plus, there's big carp in here.
Yeah, there is some monster carp in here, as you've just heard the man say.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, indeed.
So, but let's try and get that one.
Indeed, man. Awesome. Fishing here with Ed today from Edds Bait, and I will drop a link to Edds Bait Facebook page in the description of the video, so make sure you check that one out. Great sea angler, coarse angler, everything, and bait supplier. So down here in Cornwall, and can also supply Devon as well. But what Ed has noticed that I've just had was it a line bite?
Yeah.
A liner, also known as a line bite. And out where I've cast, there's some bubbles going around, which is what Ed says is a carp troughing, head down, tail up, and hopefully it won't be too long before I get into my first fish. Now this is, like I've said, I went coarse fishing many years ago. You're probably talking 2005, something like that, and we're in 2021 now, so a very long time ago. And basically I had no idea what I was doing then. I'm kind of starting to learn a little bit, tiny bit now, thanks to Ed, and just hope today with my first session out, my first proper session out, that Lady Luck will be on my side, and I might just catch a fish or two. Right guys, so Ed's going to show us some equipment here, which is
This is a spom.
a spom.
Yeah. So similar to sea fishing.
Yeah.
On the rod or on the reel, I'll have a shock leader, because you could be fishing with 7 or 8 ounces of bait inside that spom.
Yeah.
So take the pallet or your particle bait into the spom like that. Make it nice and level. Close it.
Right, okay.
Right, when you cast then, on impact, it opens up.
Got you.
And literally, nice neat little pile of bait around your hook bait.
Nice.
And with the pellets, they hear that rattle, and it's like a dinner bell for carp.
Lovely.
So
a nice amount of bait there for them to come
Yeah.
home in on and have a feed. Yeah.
have a feed.
Excellent.
Well,
Thanks for showing us that, Ed. So what Ed's doing at the moment is he's going to set me up with a second rod, to hopefully improve my catch rate. And so this is a margin rod.
yeah.
I'm stick one down in the margins. See how we get on.
On the money, mate. So, right, what we're going to do is I'm going to grab your back leg. So if you just walk back with your rod a little bit.
Let off a bit of line or?
Yeah. So that'll do, actually.
Yeah.
So, walk the back.
What's the back?
Yeah. Right. Put that one on your alarm now, mate. So if you walk forward towards me.
We're fishing. We've got the rod out, 12-foot rod. I've got my my reel on it, loaded up with 15-pound line, and just waiting for the first bite of the day. I'm fishing with one rod. Ed's got 3 rods out over there.
Only got 2 out at the minute.
We've only got 2 out at the moment.
Yeah.
Ed will soon have a third out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
and we're fishing the beach swim. So Ed's already ran in the dinner bell, and a couple of fish moving out there that Ed's seen, and we've heard a few, so hopefully it won't be too long. Okay guys, so Ed's just going to explain wrapping to us.
So if you watch any of the quarter videos online or anything like that, you'll always hear them saying, oh, I fish at 27 wraps or whatever. So basically, these two sticks are the length of the rod.
Okay.
The spod is laid next to the stick nearest me,
Yeah.
or nearest the butt of the rod, and then so you just basically wrap the line around those two sticks. So it's one wrap, two wraps, three and a half wraps.
Okay.
It hits the line clip. So now I know that I bring that other rod, or the other two, or the island rod in.
Yeah.
And I wrap it up on the sticks like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm fishing bang on where I'll put that spot, where I'll put that bait.
Yeah, got you.
At 3.5 wraps.
So you've got consistency in your casting.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
So the other lakes I fish, like Upper Tamar, or when I go up to Linear, I fish Brasenose 1 at Linear, and you're fishing at 27 wraps. At night, it's not very easy to do.
No.
Especially to see a market float out there at night.
Welcome to my world.
So I just tend to fish to the wrap sticks.
Got you.
Distance sticks they call them, but
Awesome.
just makes my fishing more accurate.
Yeah. Well, thanks for showing us that, Ed. That's awesome. Excellent.
Carp fishing is all about accuracy. Which,
Yeah.
personally, I think you've nailed that one.
But I think Lady Luck was with me on the first cast, mate. But so we can get a few. But seems very tactical. I do like that with the sea fishing. I know with sea fishing they call you can be called like a tackle tart if you take it too far. But I do like the preparation of getting the rigs ready and getting everything. I mean, not just because of my eyesight, making sure that I'm ready to go, but also because I do like planning what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. It doesn't always pay off. It doesn't always go like, what was that?
Somebody else is alone.
Okay. Damn. But it does seem very tactical and strategic to the course fishing. And what a beautiful place. Nice little place to just come and sit and relax. Does remind me very much of Tavistock trout fishery, where I go fly fishing and whatnot. Just being out in the countryside, really, isn't it? Rather than on the seaside, I guess. So yeah, no, it's lovely. Ed is going to show us how he makes up a PVA bag.
Right, so your PVA comes on your tube. It's a mesh. Some people use solid bags. I choose to use a mesh because it's easier for my style of fishing. So I'm just crumbing up a few boilies in there nice and fine into the top of the tube. I'm spilling most of it, but it's not a major issue. So there's 5 or 6 boilies going in there into the top of the tube. Like that. And then you take your compressor stick, you squeeze it down, pressing on the end of the tube, and then you release the pressure off of the tube. Give it a few twists at the end of so your bait comes out like a sausage. Basically, give it a few twists at the end of that, and then a simple overhand knot, and then pull it down as tight to the top of that mesh bag as you can get it, and then you tie another knot so your mesh is ready for the next bait. Get my little scissors out, cut between the two knots like so, and just trim that bit off the bottom. Keep everything nice and neat. Most important thing is with PVA is don't let it drop on the wet grass. It will dissolve.
That's a good shout.
So they come with a little protective tube. So always keep it back in there. If it's raining when you bait up, make the PVA bag up in your bivvy. I'll put it in your pocket, either on the front of your hoodie or on your pocket on your trousers. Then what I do is I get the LiQWYD, which is a pineapple bait smoke, and just 3 or 4 little squirts into the PVA bag. The carp go absolutely crazy for this stuff. And we'll just let that sit there,
Marinate
basically,
Yeah.
for a minute. So then if you want to, right, if I show you how to clip up
Yeah.
on your rod.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, so basically we know that that bait is where you put it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you just put the line through the line clip, like so.
Can we just see that again there, Ed? Or?
So
I don't know if the camera's in the right place for it.
right, there is your line clip.
Am I on the camera? I think the
Yep.
camera's pointing towards it. Yep.
Yep. So basically you've just gone through there with the line. So now when you reel that in,
Yeah.
so every cast now
Will be
will be bang onto that line clip.
awesome.
So you'll hear me often say when I'm carp fishing that I'm casting to the clip,
Right.
and all that literally means is I am casting to that line clip.
Perfect.
So as for the baits, so this bait might look washed out, and it probably is. So what I do is take the bait off, I keep the bait, I'll put it in a separate pot. So if I grab a new boiling,
Yeah. Cool. Actually, what I might do, Ed, is just get you to show the. Oh, we'll do the rig on this one. We'll have a look at the rig on this one. Then when we wind in, we'll have a look at the rig on the other one as well.
there's not much of a difference in colour, but you can see the one on the left is the one that I've just taken off your rod, and the one on the right is a new one straight out the pot.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm getting it.
So
You can watch this back in a sec.
So, and as for the rig,
Yeah.
what I've done is I've just put you on just fairly simple. Just on the
There's my seat, guys. There's my seat. That's where I'm sitting. And there's my view. Out there. Beautiful.
I'll just put you on a fairly simple, just a bottom bait braid rig.
Okay.
So this time we're going to change it up a bit. So,
And what colour rig is that?
right, so you've got, it's what they call a snake skin. So it's a snake skin braid. So it's yellow, black. There's a bit green in there, and there's some grey in there.
So it all breaks up under the water.
Yeah. There is effectively no straight lines on that lake bed.
Awesome.
So put that up through there.
If we've got some dodgy camera work going on here, people, it's because I'm the one that's in charge of the camera.
Right. So there's your hook.
Lovely.
Yeah. And off the back of the hook there's your hair.
Right.
So, and then the top of the hair there's a loop. Put your needle through there. Close the little latch. Push your 2 baits onto the hair. And then your little boilie stop goes in through the loop. Pull the 2 boilies up tight to the back of the boilie stop, and then that rig sits on the bottom over the top of the baits, should sit over the top of the hook, and then when a carp comes, he comes in and picks them up. That hook turns then, so the way that that hook points, no matter which way that carp sucks that bait and tries to walk off with it,
yeah,
he's snared on that hook.
Awesome.
So you rig up your PVA bag and you can put it out there.
Here we go, guys. Fish on. Let's see if we can make our way over to Ed. Got him on, Ed? You did, mate. How does it feel, Ed? Is it hard to tell with carp or? No. Staying down deep. Is that a good sign of a good fish? Going for a bit of a run. What's the matter? That's it, Ed, take me out of the game.
Desperately don't want to pick up very well.
Yeah, so we've got a margin rod out, which is braided instead of mono, and Ed's just trying to play the fish away from. Nice fish. Is it a common? Is it a mirror? Oh, I do. Do you need me to do anything, mate? Yep. Yeah, just what's in front of me here?
Oh, that's the cradle.
So if I come up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah,
You ain't lost it?
lost it.
Oh.
Got it.
It's okay. Ah. I'm gutted as well, mate. That would have been awesome to have seen a mirror. Okay guys, so we're just going to walk over to Ed. who is basically ground baiting with his spod. Is that right, Ed?
Spom.
Spom, sorry. So this is the capsule that Ed showed us, which fills up with his bait and then casts out and lays a ground bait.
Basically, it's clipped up.
Yep.
On the line clip.
Clipped up on the line clip. Cast him out. And drops the goodies. I'm hoping my excellent cameraman skills would have picked that up. I might have picked my finger up actually. My finger might have been in all of that.
And he comes back in.
You doing another chuck out, or is that enough?
No, that's enough for a minute.
That's enough for a minute.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We will do some more in a bit.
Yeah, but you don't want to overfeed it, I guess.
No.
But what a beautiful spot this is.
Right. If you want to check, see if your rod's still on the line clip, and then bring that one in, mate.
Okay, yeah, I can do that, mate. Okay guys, so I've just cast out there, hit the tree, and it landed directly underneath the branch. We didn't get caught up, so I was very lucky. And then I've just set up the bobbin on the rod, on the beeper system there. I'm hoping that's showing it. There's the rod there. So you can see the bobbin connected to the beeper. Awesome. Okay guys, so Ed has just filled up the kettle, and listen to that, some serious heat there. Ed's just putting the kettle on for a nice cup of tea. Okay guys, so there's a rod just there somewhere, which is right
Underneath the tree in the far corner.
underneath the tree in the far corner. And how far out was that one, Ed?
2 foot from the bank.
That one there is 2 foot from the bank. Ed's fed up the, been feeding up the margin, and he's plonked it just over. A gentleman on the other side of the bank had a fish, and with Ed having missed one not so long ago, it seems like they're on the feed. So we've got all bases covered now. We've got one right in on the bank, and then we've got both Ed's over there, and mine out towards the island.
So in theory, we've got 2 margin rods out
2 margin rods out, yep.
and 2 on the island.
Right, got you. So we're fishing right close into the margins, both Ed and I. So 2 rods to the margin, 1 out to the feature. Right guys, Ed and I are underneath his bivvy because it is absolutely chucking it down. That was keeping dry. Hope it's not like this for too long. But crazy. It's a good job we got the alarm set, so if any bites happen, we're sure to hear it. But what a change in the weather that is. Thank goodness for Ed and his bivvy, that's for sure, as we would be soaked right now. Absolutely soaked. So guys, what's going on now is that heavy rain has now just passed. It's still looking very cloudy and dark. But Ed is just cast out. Now, we are the only ones now on the lake. When we got here, I think there was about 12 rods out. Now there's just 4. So, as Ed says, less angling pressure. Now there was people on the other side of the lake here fishing, and they've gone. Now they did. I believe they landed 1 fish whilst we were here. So what Ed's done is he's cast 1 right out to where they were fishing, because obviously it would be all baited up, and there could be fish moving in around there, still feeding. So Ed's chucked 1 out over to where they were fishing. And we've still got mine out towards the island, and Ed's got 1 down in the margins down there, and also 1 out towards the island. as well. And let's hope we can get one out for you guys. But with the weather changing, helps break up the surface, adds a bit more oxygen to the water, and hopefully get the carp on the feed a bit more. So are you ground baiting again there, Ed?
Yeah.
Is it called smog?
Spod.
Spod. Right, I will get it. So Ed's just chucking some ground bait out to where he's just cast. Well, here we are, guys. We're still fishing. We're still trying. We've been trying now for probably around about 9 hours. It's gone quick, hasn't it, Ed?
It has.
We are the only ones fishing. We've got 2 rods out down there, which are Ed's. We've got mine here. So that's our 3 rods out. We've got 2 out towards the island. And then the other one is in down the margin. And Ed is setting up the 4th rod to fish the opposite bank. And with a single bait to make it look a bit more natural. And we're going to see how we get on with that. So Ed is over on the other side of the lake somewhere. Because he's cast into a tree. It happens to all of us. But it's been an absolutely great day. Absolutely cracking. Really enjoyed it. And the wait for my first carp goes on. But when it's as peaceful as this and as relaxing as this, you know, it's the fish really is just a bonus. It really is. I mean, you're surrounded by beautiful scenery, beautiful sounds of wildlife and running water, good company, just chilling out. Hello and welcome to part 2 of chasing the carp, and hopefully my first carp. We're back out again. I'm joined by this man Ed. Say hi, Ed.
Hello everybody.
And we're on our way to the lake, where we're going to hopefully catch my first carp and also the first carp on the blind angler. So wish us luck, and we'll catch up with you on the lake. Right guys, so Ed is just setting me up, and we're just going to have a little look at the rig.
Right, so you've got on there a spinner rig,
Yeah.
which is, so that hook will sit on the bottom with your bait, spins literally 360 degrees. Some people don't like them. I absolutely swear by them because they are fantastic rigs. To attach your bait, you've got a tiny little bait screw that runs down into a Ronnie rig or spinner rig swivel, and then a piece of fluorocarbon that's not knotted, it's crimped. Only about 3 or 4 inches. You don't need any more than that. That goes into an anti-tangle sleeve, which is on a loop, which is attached to a quick detach swivel or quick detach link. From that it goes to a lead link or safety clip, lead clip for the tail rubber. So I'll just moisten that so it's easy to come off. The idea behind that being that if a fish gets into a snag, that comes off and it dumps the lead. And then I can clip up for you.
Yeah, sounds good, man. So Ed's just gonna
go like that. Constant level pipe which is there.
So Ed's gonna cast it towards the outlet pipe, just in case there's any fish moving in and around the area. He's just setting the rod up.
I've got quite a big damsel fly literally on my back. It has landed on right hand shoulder.
There's a damsel fly on his shoulder. I don't know if the camera's picking that up from. And there's the rod just.
Stay where you are, mate. And there it is.
Gone. So Ed's just setting up the rod. It's a 13-foot test curve rod, 2.75. Just setting up the buzzers. Okay everyone, so 2 rods are out, and they're out just in front where Ed had seen some fish moving, and down towards the outlet pipe. Oh, that was a fish move, I think. Now Ed's rods are just down there, and he's got 2 out as well. Now last time Ed and I were here fishing for the carp was exactly 3 weeks ago today, and since then some things have changed. I now have an umbrella system. So it's just here, a nice camouflaged umbrella system, and as you can see it's got the seat underneath to keep me nice and warm and dry. And then if we come around here, as you can see down here, we have a landing mat, which is a beanbag style, nice and soft, as you can see. So that'll do lovely. We're going to put some water on that so that's all nice and moist. So I've got the mat, and I've got the umbrella system here, which was very kindly donated to me. So a big shout out to Mick and Nicola from a Right Touch of Fishing. Got Ed just over there feeding the margins with some bread, just because it's become so bright and sunny and warm that the fish are starting to come and feed up on the surface. So Ed is just chucking some bread in the margins, get them feeding on the bread, confident, building up their confidence before he then chucks in a surface float or a controller float, I think he said. But he's going to get them feeding first before he does it. Awesome. Now the lake was built by the owner Stuart in 1995, and it's just over an acre big in size, and it was built in 1995, and then the first fish went in 1997, and I think he said that the biggest that he's seen personally is 26 pound, but there has been a 29 there out as well. Right guys, so Ed's noticed a few fish on the surface out there, and he's decided to put out a controller float and see if he can take a carp off the surface. I have no idea where his float is, guys. I just know it's out there somewhere. Camera to the left. So the white float out there somewhere, people, which is Ed's. The person next to us to our right has had a little roach, but we're not after those. We're after a big carp. Ed's had one little line bite, but nothing else. So I'll say we're carrying on. It's come over a lot. It's come over very cloudy, which Ed tells me for carp fishing, that's ideal. Right, so the left hand rod has just had a line bite. Quite exciting actually, because I think last time I was here I don't think I had a line bite. So let's hope it materialises, and we may have a fish to show you at some point. But in the last 10 minutes Ed has had 2 line bites, and it means that the fish are feeding. It's come over quite cloudy. The wind is, well, it's not wind, but a nice breeze, and there's quite a few ripples on the water, which Ed tells me helps push the fish down, feeding on the bottom. So hopefully it won't be too long before we can have a fish on camera. Right guys, so the people opposite us have just had a really nice fish getting on for £20. So Ed is now just baiting up the swim. Ed's just had a bite. So there's fish in the area for Ed, and we'll move over to me on my side. And there's nothing really happening over here. It's quite quiet, but it's okay. Could happen at any moment. Absolutely lovely. What are you chucking up for bait, Ed?
Tutti fruity boilies.
Tutti fruity boilies.
And banoffee.
Bit of banoffee. So let's hope it's not too long. That's all I keep saying is let's hope it's not too long and fingers crossed. But we're giving it a good go. That's for sure. Guys, we've got a fish.
It's an eel.
It's an eel?
I've lost it.
You've lost it?
Yeah.
Right.
It was an eel.
It was an eel. Ed, if anybody's watched our previous videos where Ed likes to catch conger eels,
I don't like to catch these ones.
he doesn't like to catch these ones. But you can't take this boy anywhere without him catching an eel by the looks of things. Oh dear. Well, at least it was a run. At least it was some action. Dear oh dear. Fish on it? Ed had another bite, guys. On the worm bait. But the worm has now gone. So, are you going to find another one?
I'm going to look for another one.
I don't blame you. Yep. Yeah. No. Yep, you're there. You did press record, didn't you, Ed?
I did, mate. Yeah.
Right, okay. Okay, so I've just cast out, as you've seen, down towards the dam wall. And the bait is a manila wafter. So the anglers over that side have gone. Very peaceful here now. I don't think there's hardly anybody left here. And let's hope the fish come on the feed and we can get our baits to them. The reason we've cast down there is because the anglers that were down there chucked all their bait in. So they've kind of ground baited it for us. And the fish are going to be swimming up and down the margins, mopping it all up. And that's what I've cast down there. Fantastic. Right, so here we are at our swim. But over here where we cast out earlier, because the guys that were fishing on the dam end chucked in all their sweet corn. And Ed has noticed that there is a big carp on the surface feeding. So Ed's gone down there with a control float set up, and he's going to try a bit of surface fishing and see if he can land a carp over there. Alright guys, I know you can't see anything, but we are back at the car. It's pitch black. It's about 10:15. We gave it a good go, didn't we, Ed?
We did. We fished as hard as we could, mate.
We did.
And I just think there's some stuff that wasn't on our side today.
No.
A
lot of anglers.
A lot of angling pressure, a lot of lines in the water.
Yeah. But it's okay. Over the last 2 days, over the last two trips, we've done 24 hours of fishing the same swim.
Nearly 25. Mate.
Nearly 25 hours. But we'll be back, Ed.
We will.
We'll be back, and we're going to carry on chasing the carp. Okay, hello and welcome to part 3 of chasing the carp. Obviously the last 2 days that we've been out, which were 3 weeks apart on a Saturday, it just didn't happen for us. So I've spoken to Ed and we've decided to give it one last roll of the dice, and we're heading out now. Last time we were out was Saturday, we're now heading out. It's Monday, but it's Monday, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to start fishing at around about 5:30 up to about 10 o'clock tonight, and we're just going to see if there's anything there at last offerings, just to try and get a carp on camera for you guys. Yesterday I was absolutely exhausted, but you know, you got to be in it to win it. The conditions are extremely cloudy, which apparently is good, and we're just going to do our absolute best for you. So let's hope that we can chase the carp down today. See you in a bit on the lake. Okay guys, we've literally just got here and set up, and Ed is playing the fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep the camera rolling while I sort the net out for Ed. Where is it, Ed? Yeah. Got it. That's the pole. And then just put the camera down there. Yeah. Alright. Good fish, Ed? Hopefully you guys can see Ed, I don't know. Crikey, Ed's heavy old net.
The net is inside.
Right. And we're still recording. Awesome. Right, Ed, I'll bring the net over to you. Yeah, you don't worry about me, mate. You just worry about the fish. If I fall in, I fall in. I'll drop the net. You got it? Awesome. Right, I'll stand back here. Hopefully we get some footage now. As you can see, we're underneath a tree here. Huh? Good size, do you reckon? Yeah, fair play. Fair time lucky, hopefully. Mate, I was watching some carp fishing on YouTube today to try and learn as much as I could, to help as much as I could. And this angler said, your luck comes in free, good luck and bad luck. And I'm like, this is our third fishing trip. Is it gonna be a lucky one? Have you got it? Let me see if I can come down to the water's edge and get some footage of the water. It is raining, guys. It's cloudy, it's raining, but we don't care, do we, Ed? Do you reckon it's a mirror or too early to tell? Try and get a bend in the rod. It's a 20, is it? Awesome. Yeah, surprise. Yeah. Don't worry about the camera, don't worry about me, just do what you got to do, mate. Oh. Yeah, I just heard the line bite. Ed's other rod is just down there, guys. Yeah. Literally, guys, we have literally just set up. I haven't even got a rod in the water yet. Bank stick is not even in. I'm going to dice my way to the water's edge. See what kind of footage we can get from here. It's in the net?
No, it's seen the net.
Oh.
She's not having any of it. It's in the net.
It's in the net. Whoa! Oh. Chasing the carp.
Oh my days. Get in.
Get in, Ed. Well done, mate. All of those hours. What did we work out to be? 25, 26 hours?
Yeah.
Put it there, man.
Oh, £20. 2 ounces.
20 pounder. Well done. Well done, my friend. Cracking fish.
I'll give you my phone. Can you take a photo?
Yeah, or do you want me to take a picture on this one?
Yeah, take a photo on that.
Yeah, I will pause this. Beautiful.
Good.
My turn next. This is my second rod. What are we putting on this one then?
Well, just a simple lead clip, safety clip, safety lead clip design, and then we are going to fish a wafter bait.
Yep.
On a long hook length
Right, okay.
in the margins,
In the margins. So where people have come and chucked their baits
basically.
in the margins, any fish that are in there, picking up that, we hope to catch her. And what flavour is the wafter bait?
Manila.
Manila. Cool.
So there's your hair, a very long hair on that one.
Right.
And I'll put a kicker on it. So the idea being, because that bait is weightless, because it's a wafter, so it's a semi-buoyant hook bait.
Right. Okay.
As the fish comes in, he sucks that bait up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't feel the hook. Every time. Yeah. He goes to blow it back out. It's an anti-eject rig in theory.
Okay.
That hook will snag in the bottom there.
Got you.
In the corner of it.
Happy days.
And we will be in again.
Beautiful. So you put a little piece of putty on it.
Tungsten putty.
Tungsten. What does that putty do?
It's just a weighted putty.
Right.
So,
Okay.
It's just got tungsten in it. And all it does is it just pins the hook up to the bottom.
Okay.
And what we'll do with this one is, if I put this one out for you, mate.
Yeah, that's. My receiver, the bleeper, hasn't got a monkey clip,
That's right. Don't need it because we'll be fishing in tight to the margins.
so you don't need the beep beep beep.
No.
Okay. Why is that?
Because we're fishing in the margins with this one, we'll fish it on a slack line.
Okay.
And all a bobbin will do is just, it'll cause it to come up through cause the line to come up through the water.
Right. Okay.
So,
Yep. I'll let you go out in the rain and dink that one in for me, whilst I stay underneath this tree. Right, guys. So we've got the umbrella system here. Got the camera on the tripod there, but we've got the umbrella system. Ed's fishing just out in front. He's got another rod down there. One out in front. And then mine are just over to the left. Now we are... You're improvising?
yeah, the rear rest.
Ah, for a stick. Yeah, I forgot my other bank stick for the butt of the rod. So Ed's just gone and got a stick off a tree to get that one all set up. So guys, I'm fishing just there. Down in front here is Ed set up. He's also got another swim over there. So we're gonna have we've just literally setting up. So the area that we're fishing is a little bit messy. We're gonna sort all this out so it's all nice and tidy. We've got the umbrella system here. Obviously a camera on tripod there. Umbrella system there, and then we're underneath this tree, and you can see how dense this tree is. So we're gonna hopefully get a nice bit of cover from the rain because it is chucking it down.
And this is the tulip tree.
And this is the tulip tree. So, and now guys, right out in front is the island. The beach swim that we fish is the other side of the island. Right opposite where we are now. Is basically where I was fishing, isn't it, Ed?
Yeah.
And then Ed was a little bit further off to the right. Now the reason we've come this side is I really, really wanted to catch a fish from the beach swim. I wanted to stick it out and go for it. But Ed got here 5-10 minutes before me. He's walked around the lake. He's had a good look. And we're fishing where the anglers caught the fish on Saturday. It's now Monday evening. It's where the anglers caught the fish. And he said it was fizzing. The water was fizzing with the fish feeding here.
And I'd seen a few fish show.
And he's had, and like Ed just said, he's seen a few fish show. So it made sense to come here. Okay, everyone. Although the camera is making it look very bright, we are coming very quickly into darkness. Very quickly indeed. And it was about this time on Saturday. About 10 to 8, is it? Yeah. So it was about this time on Saturday that the people that were fishing here had a carp, and a good sized one. And then it was as we were packing up, which was probably around about 9:45 at night in the pitch black, that someone had one just down there in the margins, which is where one of my rods are. So obviously confidence is high after the upper double, the 20. I'm going to call it a 20 pounder came out. So
Probably one of the most famous fish in this water.
is it
The spike linear. Yeah.
the spike linear? Awesome, and we've got her on camera, first one out. It's been a great couple of or triple sessions, and we're still going now. So we're not giving in. It's absolutely chucking it down with rain. We're underneath the brody system. We're nice and dry. We're happy. We're relaxed. We're chilled. This is what fishing is like. Perfect. Right, so we've got about an hour left. We are practically in darkness now. Although I know the camera's probably picking up light. I've got my head torch on. Ed's gone to get his head torch. But yeah, we've got about an hour left of our third session here. Absolutely lovely place. Wonderful owner. Really nice gentleman. Massive thank you to him for allowing us to come here today and over the last couple of days and film. And it's definitely one of those places where it feels like it could either make you or break you. And we're absolutely, well, I felt a bit broken after the first two. But we're absolutely made up with tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful. Lovely little short session in the rain, underneath a tree, in the brolly system. Spot on. It's peaceful, it's quiet, you can't hear anything apart from the rain hitting on the brolly. Magical. Absolutely magical. Here's my setup, guys, at night, and you can see the lights on the buzzer systems, and hopefully it won't be too long before we hear them explode with life. It might not be today, but it will be sometime soon, that's for sure. But I love the way they light up. Guys, thank you very much for joining us on Chasing the Carp. This is the first episode in, I'm going to say many, because I've had an absolutely brilliant time fishing with this man, Ed. And
Thank you for your company, mate.
it's been great.
It's been brilliant.
It has, hasn't it? I'd like to shake your hand, say thank you, and a big well done on the fish.
Thank you, mate. This session has made up for every other session that we've done.
It has.
And hopefully our luck's changing.
It's been a great session. I mean, to be fair, the 3 trips that we've done here over at the bank swim, I've learnt a lot. Ed's been very patient with me, great teacher, and I'm really looking forward to getting out again. Come the end of the session tonight, we both had 2 line bites within 5 minutes of each other, and I think if we had a bit more time, we maybe would have got another one out. But you know, we can't be greedy. Ed's caught an absolute clonker today. I mean, what a cracker for the first carp on the blind angler. And
literally within an hour of turning up.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So we need to come back and we need to do it all again. I need to see a bend in those rods that I've got. I need to christen them.
Yeah.
And we need to go again.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm well up for it,
good, me too. Me too.
Go for it, plan.
We will. We've had a little discussion of what we're going to do next. We just need to get it set in stone with dates and venues, etc. But guys, thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed Chasing the Carp Part 1. I know it was a 3-parter in the end. Please smash the like button and subscribe, because there is a lot more content on its way very soon. Until next time, stay safe and tight lines.